Hello and welcome. Today is Friday, the 4th of June, 2021. And welcome to Heathlands Live. My name is Spiff. Hello, and joining me in the studio, as ever, are the wonderful Mr. Mark Watson.
How are you doing?
And the glorious Helen T there in the corner.
Hello.
Like a 1960s hippie with her lovely daisy ring.
Yeah.
Daisy, what is it?
Chain.
Daisy ring? Daisy chain. That was it. It's not long
Crown
ago.
of daisies.
And I'm enjoying the light behind you, making you almost like a halo.
It's a bit odd because you can see the library and the lamp.
Aye.
The lamp's actually giving off light, even though the lamp's...
That's amazing. It's
Isn't it?
TV trickery at its
It is.
finest, ladies and gentlemen. So I hope you're all doing okay. I hope you're
we're
well
good.
at home and in the bubbles out there, all across the Heathlands footprint, which is a nice little meaty word there, Mark. I'm going to use that
The
more.
Heathlands footprint.
It's the Heathlands
Yeah.
footprint. It's people on site and out there in TV land. Well, let's have a look. Have I got my equipment? Well, let's have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Have I got my bits of paper? Yes, indeed.
I have
I've got my
nothing
bits of
today,
paper.
really.
You've got a mind like a steel trap door, Mark. Have I got my pen? Well, yes, I have, and it's the Heathlands pen. The
Heathlands.
Heathlands
No
pen.
pens.
Did you find yours, Ellen?
No, I just got another one.
That's all right. And have I got my drink of water? Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, I do. Cheers.
Cheers.
I've got a drink.
That's better. So, first of all, weather. It's been a lovely week, apart from yesterday. It was not a drying day.
No.
I've been in shorts this week. But I had to change into the trouser yesterday briefly. The jeans and that.
Cold ankles.
I did, aye, but I've had a bit of trouble with me like this week, so I need as much air as I can, Mark. But yes, it's been a lovely week, nice drying days, etc. And I believe for the
We've
weekend
even
as
got a
well.
washing line now, so we can do proper
We
dry
do.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Went away last weekend
Aye.
to my mum and dad's. What a glorious weekend that was,
Aye.
by the way. Travelling, visiting for the first time. But
Yeah.
came back and I got a washing line.
Oh, aye.
Do you know, simple joys.
It is, isn't it?
But
It's
it was
no better.
like,
I mean, I've mentioned many times, both privately and on here, ladies and gentlemen, about my love of drying days.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you get to 52, ladies and
Do
gentlemen.
you know what I love about the washing line?
Go on then.
Is if you place my t-shirts correctly,
Aye.
Yep.
you can sit in a certain place in the garden where no one can see you now.
Oh.
Live from the houses all
What do you-
around.
What do you get up to, like?
I just like the fact that no one can see me.
You like the privacy.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, Mark.
It
So,
gives me comfort.
yes, I can see
It's like when you've got a magazine and it's looking at you.
It's
I have to turn it
basically
over
an-
sometimes.
What?
You must have heard this about Mark.
No, go on, please. Sorry for detracting, ladies and gentlemen, but I think inquiring minds both here and out there on the Heathlands.
How have you
footprint,
known
it's
Mark
mad.
this
It's
long and
crap.
not know this?
Go on, what?
It's not. I'm not as bad nowadays, but I used
Right.
to have a really bad thing about magazines when someone's looking at you on the magazine. I have to turn it over so they're not looking.
Do you know
at me.
how like the Mona Lisa's supposed to follow you around
Yeah.
the gaze?
Aye.
So faces on the front of magazines don't like it. Turn it over.
See, the thing is, Mark, I'm saying that's ridiculous, but now that I think about it, I'll notice it, and
Yeah,
you
you'll-
pass that on to me.
You'll start to freak out now.
Exactly. Cheers, Mark. Anywho,
You'll walk past it 3 or 4 times thinking, no, I'm not going to turn it over. And I'm like, right, I've got to
Sam,
turn
good
it over.
afternoon. Cheers for that one, Mark. It's another
Alright.
nail in my mental coffin. Okay, so agenda, ladies and gentlemen. The agenda is basically the menu, if you will, of what we're going to get through today. So, we have, as ever, news, information and thanks. So that'll be the first up. And we'll then have art, stroke, activity showcase, extreme to the max. This week featuring clothing, wandering about in parks, and the Great British Rudolph.
Rudolph.
We've got
Yeah.
some of that one.
The return
We've
of the
also-
Rudolph.
The return of the Rudolph,
It
right.
looked like there was some kind of like celebrating the sunshine photos.
Aye, that's it. Aye, that's funny about in the park and that stuff. So we've got a bit of that. We've also got a new and exciting part of our weekly broadcast, which is the, I've written it down, Heathlands Habitat, stroke wildlife extravaganza.
It is.
More on that later. And then we've got a bit of the old share taste, which is not actually many this week, because it seems like a lot of you out there enjoying the sun.
And so
why
you should
not?
be as well.
And
Exactly.
we don't blame you at all.
No, exactly what I'd
If you
be
can't
doing.
do it, you should do it.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So that's about. But I don't know. I'm feeling a disturbance in the force, Mark. I'm feeling like we
Well,
could
well,
have
yeah.
some screen peeps.
Green peeps.
Who we got? What the hell do they want, Ellen?
So first in today is Mr. Matthew Beattie.
Hello there, Matthew. And I hope you enjoy. Having a deeks. There we go. Speeding it up, slowing it down. Is there anything this man can do? No. Right. Next.
Next in is Hello from Michael Aiken.
Hello there, Michael
Michael
Lickin.
Lickin.
And maybe Matthew's going to do this at home as well. Watching you like a hawk. Good to have you on board.
Yeah, lovely to have you on board. And then we've got hello from Purple Bubble, so that will be
Yes.
Oh, purple bubble.
We've got
Mark, Abby, Emma.
that's it. We've just got Mark, Abby, and Emma because
Mark,
we've
Abby,
got
Emma.
ladders off on. It's an holiday sort of thing, isn't it?
Easy
On the
life.
week, and we've got we managed to cart Brian off doing Taraby in Penrith today. So hello, Purple Buble.
So they're all having a nice relaxing time.
Yeah, right.
Anthony is saying, hi, Helen, Spiff, and Mark.
Yes.
What have you had for your lunch? And
Oh,
and
straight in there like
What?
you're
what
good.
are you having for your dinner
No,
tonight?
you can't do that. It's
No.
one or the other. So, Anthony, the winner of the perennial, he was going to ask what we had for lunch question. Good to have you on board, Anthony. Mark, what do you have?
Well, Helen quite nicely made me a wrap, which had all sorts of varying vegetables in and
Aye.
salady things
Oh, aye.
with some goat cheese.
Very nice, very nice. I had my luxury cheesy sub roll with what do you have? Butter, lettuce. I put lettuce in. I don't know how many more must be the heat. So lettuce, solid cream, a lot of pastrami, has to be said. Some sliced tomato, some white pepper, and a sprinkling of aromat. And very nice it was too. So thanks for asking there. Cheers.
What
else
did you
we
have for
got?
lunch, Anthony? You can tell us.
Yeah,
Tell
what
us
have you
that,
had
we're
for
gonna do.
lunch?
Yeah.
And then next in is Alan saying, hello, everybody. What will you be having for your dinner?
That's what I like to
Right.
say.
Straight
Cooperation. Buzz your Alan. What
Well,
about you guys having tonight? Any ideas yet?
I was thinking,
Don't know.
well, we're going to have a quick turn. Is Eva coming back from your mum's?
I don't know until I speak to her after work.
Eva's
I
at
gave her the option of
Nana's.
stopping there or
Aye.
going home. She'll
Um,
probably stop there.
I think she's stopping there. So we're going to have, well, I'm going to have a quick light supper because we're going swimming together.
Oh, you don't want to be swimming before you. I mean, you don't want to be eating before you go
No,
swimming.
no, well, I might
Public
have a-
information films the 1970s drove that into my
Well, we're
head.
going swimming about 6 o'clock, so I might have a snack around 3 o'clock.
Aye. I thought that.
Yeah.
You
But
got
yeah,
schedule
myself,
one in for
Yeah, that's it.
myself,
I've got
Eva,
a
Nana,
window.
and Anita are going swimming tonight for the first time in well over a
So
year.
after your moist fest or whatever, what you having to Scott after that then?
I want tuna jack potatoes.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Aye.
Yeah.
I'm going for Chinese, either takeaway or made.
Ooh.
Depends.
Takeaway.
Alright, well that's it. I'll tell you. I'll discuss you off there.
See, so the start of lockdown, I got through a thing of doing takeaways,
Aye.
and even using the old takeaway
did.
tubs to put them in to serve it.
So it
makes
looked
feel
like
you're gonna take
Chinese,
it.
Yes,
but he put it in the takeaway tubs.
And then do you sometimes deliver it late? Do you know what I mean? Just leave it standing and then complain to yourself it's stone cold and then demand money off yourself. Do you know what I mean?
Did I ever tell you about the time it was? We got a delivery and it was like it was around about Christmassy time,
Aye.
so it's fair enough.
It
It was about 2.5 hours, so obviously phone up, giving them
really
all
late.
phone. And then the doorbell rang. She's like, "Right, I am going to give them this when I get to the door." Open the door. There's like an 8-9-year-old kid with a bag of food and a chocolate bar saying sorry.
That, my friends,
What
is
do you do to
how
that?
you deal with conflict. Deflected onto a child, ladies and gentlemen. If you think about it from their point of view, that's an absolute class move.
Yeah.
He's
Do you know what
probably
I mean?
getting diamond pocket money as well
Yeah.
for doing that.
I fully commend that. Actually. That's brilliant.
It was the look of
Okay.
disappointment on Mark's face when he came back
Oh,
through with
I've
his
been-
chocolate.
I've been robbed of an argument. I hate that. I got free chocolate.
Moving on,
Yes.
Catherine is in saying hello,
Hello.
peeps.
How you
Afternoon.
All right, Catherine.
Sarah, hello, Spiff, Mark, and Helen. Just had my
Hello,
second
Sarah.
vaccine,
Aye.
and I'm craving a McDonald's.
I know this is what I said.
Is that what happens when you have a vaccine?
Second vaccine. I got a
Cravings.
massive craving for fish and chips. I wondered about this, that she might get a craving, and this was McDonald's. So clown meat
McDonald's,
for
there you go.
Sarah. Excellent.
Libby is saying hello, guys, from sunny centre of Carlisle today.
Oh, hello there.
Hello.
Good to hear from you.
Alan's saying the book club went well last night.
Oh,
Excellent.
do you know
Good to hear
what? To me shame, I keep forgetting about that. That it's still
It's
on.
a thing.
Yeah.
It's still going.
Are they
Well,
doing the chav thing still or
Yeah,
whatever?
they're on the. Well, I presume they're still on the first book
Aye.
of Diary in a Chav.
No,
In-
nice one.
in
I'm glad
my-
you was enjoying it.
in my extra chunter later on,
Oh, aye.
I'll be talking about some badgers.
Oh.
Not badgers, badgers,
Badgers.
like patches. Now,
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like Bodger and Badger.
and
Oh,
I am going to
that's
discuss
it.
with the lovely Miss Fisher and the lovely Miss Susan Payne
Uh-huh.
about getting some participation kind of things for the book club. Some more and on.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll up with that.
I'll show you after.
Cheers.
Jeanette is saying hi all from Heathlands Arms.
Should we do it?
Hello,
All right,
Jeanette.
all right, then.
All right, Jeanette.
How's it gone?
Jeanette saying...
Professionalism
20
at every
seconds
turn.
time, we'll hear a reply.
Aye.
Yep.
Hang on.
Should just be silent for 20 seconds.
What's
and
the
wait.
delay?
No,
This is great viewing.
I know, dead end is a crime. Carry on, Alan.
Right, so Jeanette's saying I'm on my own tonight.
Oh.
Libby's leaving her unsupervised for a whole 24 hours. So that's wine, cheese, and Netflix.
Spot on.
Perfect.
Nice.
So I had the option to go
Absolutely.
swimming or have a couple of hours to myself.
What did you choose, Mark?
It was a hard choice.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
I went for the couple of hours.
Feel
Yeah.
so loved.
Aye.
So there endeth.
The screen page.
Oh,
Hold on.
at late one, Alan
no, wait,
saying
wait.
he's going for his second vaccine on Tuesday morning.
Oh, good for you.
What? Tell us now if you get any food cravings.
Food cravings,
I'm
Alan.
going to
Does it
write a
happen?
paper off the back of all this because it's never mentioned in the official documentation.
So which
So
one did
you
you-
might have a sore arm, a bit of a fever.
Which jab did you have then?
Did I have? I had the Pfizer.
You had Pfizer, yeah.
Aye.
Because they're on about Britain's doing the first study into crossing them around now. Giving
That's
you
right.
two
There's
different ones.
also one coming out.
Ah,
It's
there's
going to
a
be at
third
one,
one, isn't there?
waiting a one up, but John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Johnson and Johnson?
No, I don't know. I think it's not the Moderna. It's not the Johnson. I can't
Moderna,
remember. Oh, I can't remember now. But
yeah.
anyway,
Anyway, and
probably made
last-
by a bloke in a vat in Bridlington. So everybody's in on the game now, isn't it?
Lastly,
Yeah.
for the Screen Peeps for now, Anthony's saying my family are going on holiday.
I know.
We
I'm going to
constantly-
mention
Again,
that.
they've
There
just
you
came
go.
back.
I know this is exactly what I said. That's exactly what I said to him on the phone this morning. So I'll be talking about
So
that
they
later in the
just come
show
back
too.
to give themselves enough time to arrange another
Exactly.
holiday.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
today
why
you're
not?
washing,
Can't
and
I?
repack,
Aye.
turn around.
That's it.
Saying that,
Aye, but that, they're
used
on
to
their
do
own. But aye, so cheers for that, Alan. So, what have I got next then? So, news. Got a few things here. First of all, let's see what I'm going to do with that bit. Aye, you know we have these things, right? I'm going to pass over to Alan in a bit because a bit of our news is about the 30 Days Wild thing that we're participating in. It's not just us, it's all over the country.
It is.
Ladies and gentlemen, and some of you guys at home are as well. But you know you have all these things, and I do moan about them. Because we have this, it's National such and such day. I've made a list of today, 3 things. Right? Today it's National Fish and Chips Day. Brilliant, I'm having a bit
Fine.
of that. Yeah. It's also
It is a
National...
Friday. Friday's Fish
There
and
you go.
Chips Day.
It's National Cheese Day. Right? It's fair dues, I like
Acceptable,
cheese.
yeah.
This one, seriously, I don't know who mixed these up. I swear to God. It's National Hug Your Cat Day. Hug your cat.
Our
They don't like it half the time. Eh?
No.
They do it on their
The last time-
One of
Mark-
ours would accept it,
Aye.
but not be happy. The other one
Yeah.
probably wouldn't be
you're
happy.
going to end up bleeding, yeah.
Yeah. What's the mean? Who thinks of National Hug Your Cat Day? I mean, I'm going to here's one for you.
It's niche.
I'm going to National Turn Your Pen at 40-degree angles or something. There you go.
Well,
I'm
you'll
raising awareness of pens.
My old cat Gizmo, she used to let us pick her up, and she
Aye.
wouldn't scratch it out.
No.
But she got.
Enjoyed the conference. I had a cat who wouldn't relax unless it swung it around in a plastic carrier bag. Seriously, it would get a carrier bag, drag it into thing, drop it in the centre of the room, and, it's, and then jump in it, meowing, and I used to have to get it in and just sort of, not like harshly, but sort of swing it. I was literally, there was room to swing a cat. Do you know what I mean? And maybe that was a metaphor, cat.
I used
put
to
it
do,
down.
I used to do a similar thing with Eva as a child. I got
Ah, you
you know,
did.
Get a towel.
IKEA bags.
Aye,
yeah.
aye, that's all.
Sit
Right,
in an
right.
IKEA bag and
That's
then
it, so well. Do you remember when you were a kid and you used to, what was it called, a leg and an arm? Or there was windmill, where the big boy, somebody used to say, got a leg and arm and just spun you around
Yep.
and then flung you off.
Yep.
I don't know, we didn't.
Brilliant.
Anyway, that's by the by. So that's some national days there for you. But I'm now going to fire on to the lovely Miss Helen Tuck, who can give us a bit more info, and there's more coming in a special sort of showcase
There is.
thing. But this, just the sort of the bare bones journey, if you will, of the 30 Days Wild. Helen, are you there? Can you hear me?
I am. So this week, on Tuesday the 1st of June, we saw
Aye.
the start of the Wildlife Trust
We did.
30 Days Wild. And 30 Days Wild is to raise awareness of kind of our natural environment, our wildlife, and how we can take care of it and how we can interact and kind of do things to improve our wildlife, to protect our wildlife.
And enjoy it as well.
And enjoy
frankly.
it. Yes. So every day over the next 30 days, we will be posting a challenge that you can do at home here at Heathlands. You don't have to do all of them, but
No.
it's just about being involved with nature. So I think what did we kick off with on Monday?
Was it putting your squidging
Yeah,
about in mud?
Monday was feel nature basically.
was
So
it.
it said put your toes in the grass or go
Aye.
and feel the sand between your toes on the
Aye.
beach. Now, I know not all of you can do that. So
No.
what we were suggesting was you could just go outside and feel the different textures of leaves between
Aye.
your fingers and stuff.
Stick your finger in a plant pot in the soil.
Aye.
Things
Make sure
like
it's your
that.
own plant. Don't do it neighbours.
Yeah. Avoid
Get arrested.
cactuses.
Day 2, Wednesday, really simple. Just look up at the clouds and see what shapes you can see.
Oh.
Well, do you remember as a child just like lying on the grass and just staring at clouds for
I
hours?
Nightmares. It's,
Slowly watch
So-
them transform into something else.
yeah,
We-
morphing.
Like the most rubbish transformer in the
Yeah,
world.
it's like, this is, it's a 4-hour film and newt's happened.
We will be posting things on weekends as well. So, for example, tomorrow's challenge
Aye.
is make a nature table. Now, what we're going to do, or what I'm going to do tonight when I go home, instead of you having to make a nature table, what Eva and I are going to do is we're going to make a nature table and photograph it and video it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'll probably bring some things in on Monday for the guys to have a look
So
at.
explain what a nature table is, please.
So a nature table is basically, you just lay out like a display on a table of different things from nature. So you get the different ideas of
So you're
like
not actually making a table.
treasure, not making
right,
a
see.
table.
I was
So
thinking you're getting twigs out the garden.
Oh, I was
Wildlife-
going to
a
do
couple of
that.
leaves for a top and a piece of plank.
And a skull.
the Wildlife Trust have provided like an A3 printout sheet
Okay.
where it's got different sections for you to put different things. So you can have like rocks and pebbles and twigs. You could have feathers and
aye.
things. You could have shells and seaweed. You could have fossils and bones, pine cones, whatever. So it's just about finding interesting little treasures
Have a
in
big
nature
scratch about,
and
aye.
having a look at them.
That's good to
So
know.
we're going to do that. And then I think Sunday the suggestion is to have a wild lunch. So if the weather's nice, go for a picnic.
Not
In
like,
your
just-
backyard.
I thought you meant foraging then.
Aye.
Sit out on the lawn,
Go to the spa.
go to the park, and just have your bait, have your
Aye.
sarnies outdoors.
Aye.
So yes, there will be more about what we're doing
I might do a
here
cup
for
of tea
30
and
Days
stuff.
Wild
No, that's
in
good.
a little bit.
Brilliant, cheers for that, Alan. That's absolutely
you.
fun.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. What have we got? A few more things in the news segment. First of all, yes, this week, possibly just gone there. Welcome back, Mr. Jack Maxfield.
Oh, is
Or
he back, is he?
Max Jackfield.
I
Is
haven't
that
seen
his-
it. What day is he in?
He's doing Mondays and Wednesdays. Obviously, he wasn't in Monday because he was back on holiday. But aye, so he's back.
What was I doing
And
Wednesday,
can exclusively, well, not exclusively, we can reveal that Mr. Ian Smith is joining us this very Monday. He's going to be doing Monday, Thursday, and Friday. So it'll be really great actually to see him
What
back.
section's Jack in then?
It'd be green. It'd be green. I think we're sort of doing that, and then things will be moving about in the next sort of month or so. So that's that. Right. So I've got a bit of sad news actually. But those of you, a lot of you out there will know this already, because it's the news has sort of gone round Heathlands on site and stuff. But if you didn't know, the lovely Miss Helen Walsh is moving on from Heathlands to pastures new.
She is.
However, that doesn't mean you're with us. We see her. You know, she's still popping and stuff like that. So I just want to take this opportunity to wish Helen the best in the future, and to
Massive
thank her for the care and patience she's shown me in the art room over the
The care and
years.
patience she's shown all
Exactly,
of us.
yeah, no, absolutely. It's got to be. It is. It's a weird. I still don't actually think like
Doesn't
it's
feel
real.
real, does it?
I mean, it's the last. I think it's the last shift next Thursday.
It is.
So a big,
Yeah.
massive
She'll be back.
thank
She'll
you.
stay on the relief list.
Yeah, I will get her back soon.
She's just leaving, so she gets the leaving present.
That's
and
it.
then, I'm back.
Hang on, who did that? Who
Paula.
did bloody Paula?
Paula
We
did
all
that.
had a whip room. This, that, and the other. Off she goes. She's
2
leaving
weeks later.
Heathlands. She was back in a fortnight. Still haven't had my money back. But so seriously, it's sad news. But as I say, we all wish Helen the best. And as I say, she won't be a stranger.
I think she's going to work in foreign lands, isn't she?
Is she new?
She lives in foreign land.
Oh, aye.
Look, it's got.
Deep as darkness, Scotty Portland.
Scrawny bottom.
There's better funding for the arts in Scotland.
There
Aye,
is.
that's very
It just
true.
genuinely is.
That's very true. Aye. Alright, so that's that one. As always, a massive thank you to all our staff, both who work on site, on the ground floor, if you will, and for those who produce all our marvellous content, both for the sort of Heathlands at Home thing, the website, everything.
And for those working on Better Together now. as
Yes,
well.
of course, those are working on Better Together. Lots of little things. So a massive thank you from all of us to all of you, ladies and gentlemen, and of course to yourselves, the members, for supporting all the stuff that we do. And you know, it's always great, you know, getting feedback and getting participation on the stuff we do. So a big thank you. And the last thing new then, in breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, I'm now going to pass you over to my friend, my colleague, Mr. Mark Watson.
All right.
Okay, off you go, Mark.
Is this breaking news?
It's the breaking news regarding
What we've been talking about
Heathlands
for
at
2
home.
weeks,
You know,
3 weeks.
the thing that I've been, you know, hoping
so
to talk
we've
about.
been saying for at least 3 weeks now.
Aye.
We're going to have some news for you on the next show or in the next couple of days.
And here it is.
And we've not been able to say it.
No.
Because we weren't 100%.
Yeah.
But the money's in the bank now.
We
we
It is.
have been given an extension for the Heathlands at Home
Brilliant.
to run for another 16 weeks as it currently runs.
Yeah.
So that's all the daytime stuff, all the exercises,
Uh-huh.
the live lunches, the afternoon things. It's all going to carry on.
Yeah.
So it's great news.
Yeah.
And I do have the name of the funder, but it's a long one.
Is it?
Yep.
It's not Welsh, is it?
It's not Welsh. It
got
is
that. Aye.
the Power to Change Community Business Renewal Fund.
Power to Change Community Business Fund.
Renewal
like
Fund. Yes, thank you very
Little
much.
jingle there for them. That's for note.
It is.
That's payback. No,
So
that's great.
that keeps us going, and it
Aye.
gives us a little bit of money for materials and stuff like
That's
that. So it's all going to continue.
So were you part of the sort of the funded application for that, Mark?
I answered questions.
Aye. Well, in that case, Mark, big thank
Well
you
done.
to you.
Well, it was mostly
Good
Mike and Eleanor.
Aye. But you know,
Well, they
don't
Mike.
play doing your part.
Mike says, I can get this much amount of money. What can we do for that much amount of money?
Right.
So I worked it all
Did
out.
the
We can
costings
do
and stuff.
16 weeks
There you
continuing.
go.
this.
That's all. So it's 4 months, is it? In all money?
Yeah, so we still got all the
okay.
external content providers as well now as well, which beforehand when we stopped we
Yeah.
would lose all.
So
That's true,
Wendy's moving to Heel and
Aye. Annette.
Annette's Tai Chi.
Aye.
All
And
that's
a
going
little
to
bits of
And
continue.
who else we could maybe who knows? So that's brilliant news. I'm sure you can all agree. So I for one are chuffed about that, and I think you lot should be as well. So
Oh,
it needs,
dead chuffed, yeah.
we can continue. Yeah, excellent. So that's that. So I think unless I'm missing anything out, that is the end of the news. But hark, what is that I feel? I think it could be a screen peep.
Green peeps.
Hello, do go on with the other one.
Okay, so from the last time when
Aye.
we were talking, it was
Can't mind now. Is it?
Heather. Well, it was
No.
Jeanette last saying that she was going to have wine, cheese, and
That's
Netflix.
right. Aye.
She still didn't shout back, did she? Oh, it was very
Quality
quiet, she
evening.
did.
Aye.
So Heather's here saying
on.
hello to us all,
Hello,
and how
Heather.
are we today? We're smashing, thank you.
I'm not too bad.
The sun is shining. I've made a daisy chain for myself. I'm happy.
Filled up.
The sun's
Absolutely.
shining, but we've got the blinds closed and bin liners taped up.
Because otherwise it would just be like a nuclear weapon had gone
The
off.
contrast in the room is too great.
And
We
let's,
need-
I think you can remember from last year, ladies and gentlemen, when we did broadcast in here, my head is like a mirror when it comes to light, just ding, shining.
Well, as I said, we've got bin bags and stuff in the window to stop the light coming in, but you can still see behind Helen's head.
Yeah.
It's still going through all
Yeah,
that.
We need high dynamic range. That's what we need.
we need some of this.
Yep.
Anyway, go on.
Anyway, so Heather's asking what the conflict was that Mark had to deal with when he saw the child with the chocolate. Heather, I will tell you that story again next
yeah.
week. It's too long to go on again. But
yeah.
remind me next week,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you
She'll
will.
remind you.
That I'll tell you the story about why Mark was all ready to have an argument.
Exactly.
And
It
then
was a
didn't.
takeaway delivery.
Takeaway delivery. He's hungry. It's 2.5 hours late. That's basically it in a pre-seat
Nutshell.
there.
Heather's asking what wild activity do you do today for the 30 days wild?
She went
Heather,
Raj with it. She went Raj.
you make
she
a
did.
daisy chain.
Aye.
This is why I've got a daisy chain
There
on
you go,
my
that's
head.
right.
Although I have got a little bit maverick. Which side am I on? Is it that side? I've got a buttercup.
Have you now?
a
Again,
buttercup
it's like 1968 San Francisco, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what I mean? She's putting flowers in soldiers.
I am.
Rifles.
Anthony's saying he's got good news about his weight. Anthony,
Oh, right,
Anthony's
yes, I
been
know.
another person, but like Emma and Paul
Aye.
and Daniel have been really working
Aye.
hard
No,
to,
that's
to stay healthy. So that's great news, Anthony.
There was shedding a few pun like.
Paul is saying, hello, Paul.
Hello.
I'm coming back to a Monday.
Are you now?
Are you?
Are you? Oh, I supposed to have it, but nice.
I heard you were coming back, but
I
I didn't know when.
didn't know what day it was. No, nice one.
Conversations must have happened behind closed doors, and we've not been made
No,
aware.
it hasn't trickled down to us yet,
hasn't.
Paul.
But that's lovely to hear
That's
that you're
what's
coming
lovely
back,
to have you
Paul.
back, man.
Really looking
Yeah.
forward to that.
Cool.
Heather's saying today she had her lunch outside.
I saw that.
Excellent.
Yes, because you were on Google Meet.
You were. Look lovely there, Heather. Really, really swashing there.
Really bonny.
Penrith landslide.
Anthony's saying brilliant news about the funding.
Yeah.
It is.
Cool, yeah.
It
We're
is.
happy
Thank
about
you,
it. We're
Anthony.
happy about it.
We still haven't heard what you had for lunch, Anthony.
Aye. Crack on, lad.
Yeah. What
That's
was in
the
your
one
base?
thing we do.
And finally, for now, Paul's saying that he's settled into his new house.
Ah, spot on.
Excellent.
Of course, Paul. You
Brilliant.
moved Yaft, didn't you?
Congratulations
Is it
on
close?
your
Yeah,
move. Yeah.
I have to tell us all about that. Nice
Yeah.
one. Brilliant. Okie dokie. So, that's the end of the screen peeps for now. We've got a corker.
I always wondered where the name Durdar came from in Carlo. It's a bit of a weird one, isn't it?
It is there. Well, most places are when you actually think about them. It's because you've grown up with them all your life. They're just normal names, isn't it? Anyhow. Right, so, ladies and gentlemen, carrying on with our packed content show, and I'm going to use it again. I'm going to broadcast this to the Heathlands footprint. I think that's people on site, people out there on TV.
Is that your new word of the week?
It is. I'm going to just use that all
Phrase
the
of the
time.
week.
Because what it does, Mark, I know now, but it makes it sound like it do. It makes it sound like I know what I'm on about. So, about this time of the week, Mark, I don't know about you, Alan. I don't know about you, Mark. That's, I like to sit back, relax, and get stuck into. Now, hang on, it's a long one, this one. Art, stroke, activity showcase, extreme to the max this week, featuring clothing, walking about in parks, and of course the return of the Great British Rudolph, and Scran. That's it, I know. Off we go. So some of these I know, some of these I don't know. That I know for definite because I've seen him working on that this morning. Is Robin Francis
Is that
Squirrel.
I was going to say it's going to be a squirrel.
It is,
Gonna be a
because
squirrel.
it's 30 Days Wild. He's
It is,
moved on to nature.
It is. Now, again, I say it every week, but I'm going to continue saying it because I'm just blown away by the patience and the precision that Robin shows.
Yeah.
Because it is. Do you know what? I couldn't do it because I'd just get, I can't be bothered with this because it's not going in the right bit. But he sits there.
He changes the direction of the stitches as well to
does,
donate
yeah.
all movements.
It's brilliant. Robin, excellent. Well done, that man. Now we began. Now I was in this sport on Wednesday for bingo. I wasn't just dressed up as Jackie. It was Jackie doing the bingo, and we were doing bird bingo. And I believe these were little propettes sort of thing.
Yes,
It does look like the parrot's telling something to the duck it shouldn't be and looking around.
Just
just in
done it.
case.
So the
Never
purple
guess what's going
bubble,
on in that cupboard.
the purple bubble on Wednesday morning
Right.
did these props for Jackie.
Ah, okay.
So they
Spot
worked
on,
very
figures,
hard.
lads.
Well done, Abby.
Pushed out. What we're at next then?
Tweet.
And then again, you say, bird bingo, tweet, Again, it all works.
Yep.
No, what's this? Brian,
Little
his little
birdhouse
birdhouse
in
for
his
his
soul.
soul.
Yep.
Look at him. It's like he's hiding behind you. Yeah, you know what I mean?
He's proud of himself.
He is very proud of himself, as he should be.
I worked really hard on that.
I'm enjoying
See?
it. No, nice one, Brian. Excellent work there, Paul.
I like the way the birdhouse has got a door for the birds and
It's got a natural door. Never thought about that. I don't know who did this at all, I'm afraid.
So one is Daniel's
You'll be able to
and one is Robin's, and I think there's another photograph
Oh,
of
there you go.
Robin holding
So what
some
is
of
it
his
like? A mobile?
We've got
Ah,
Daniel.
there we
There's
go.
Daniel.
is that the same one?
Let's have a look. I think
Yes,
it
that's
is.
Daniel's
I
one.
can confirm that's the
So
same.
that's
So
Daniel's.
these are part of the display in the green bubble above
Right.
the fireplace, and everything's about nature
Right.
this month. So Daniel made this mobile of British wildlife.
Or mobile, if you're American. You'd be wrong, it's
You'd
mobile.
be wrong.
No, what's got? And this can only be
Yeah.
that Vicky uses it.
No, it
Oh, no,
says,
so these.
it says buy Maria Pillow.
Maria Piddle. It's basically a fashion extravaganza. My eyes are shot, man. It's a fashion extravaganza. It's got looks, it's got style, it's got hair, it's the fashion.
It kind of looks like that woman in the orange dress has got a moustache.
Oh, hi. Maybe
Maybe
she has.
it is.
Oh, could easily draw one on there,
Yeah.
Do you know what do people do? They spend lots of time
They say-
as a teenager with a pen and a magazine just drawing. Well, there's lots of things you can draw, but draw like moustaches on people's
Colouring in
specs.
one too.
And for some reason, swastikas were all, I've been putting just
I saw a brilliant-
scars.
I saw a brilliant meme on Facebook
Aye.
last night where
Black
someone
teeth.
had drawn a
Aye.
picture like that. Had got a
Aye.
picture out of a magazine, had blacked out one tooth,
Aye.
had put a moustache on a woman
Aye.
and stuff, and it was like, this was filters back in my day.
That's it, innit?
Yeah.
That's it. Aye. Oh,
It's
do you know
before-
what? I'm going to bring that back. Maybe you should have thought of that
It's
back.
before
You've got
all the
the magazine
colouring for
staring at
relaxations
you.
comes in.
You
Before
what?
all the colouring from relaxation comes in.
Probably is there. All mindfulness. Just get a picture of celebrity, colour the teeth in, make it look like they've only got one tooth. But maybe that's what you should try next time when the magazines are looking at you, Mark.
Colour the eyes in.
Get a
There we
tennis-
go.
Look at that fella there. How happy is that lad? Very
So
happy.
that's
Excellent.
Robin and his mini beast mobile.
Oh,
I love the
Robin,
fact that-
brilliant.
I love the fact that he came in today with his Iceland badge on.
Yes, I. It's, I just having a bit of a
Proud to be
gravitas
assistant.
to the situation. Robin, as ever, brilliant work and well done that man. Joy, is that a pink flamingo I see before me?
I think it is.
aye.
So this
it's-
was part
yeah,
of the bird bingo.
That's lovely, that.
Champion painting. That.
Hello, out no.
Oh no.
Now I don't know what was going on with this.
I don't,
But
but
it
I'm
looks
intrigued.
like flavours of ice cream or something. I think.
Is it flavours like it could be? Do you know? Well, yeah.
Is that one flower flavour?
I don't know.
Could
She
be
was
cookie
working
dough.
on it yesterday.
Aye. Well, do you know what? Regardless
What?
of it,
Beautiful
the
work,
context,
Joy.
I don't care. It's a lovely piece of
very
work,
good.
Joy. Well done. What's this shape I see before me? No, is this the cape?
purple
I think it is.
pimpernel.
It is the
It's
cape.
the purple. Who knows? Well, we won't reveal who it is yet. But there's a mystery figure, shown in the cape of their own making, which was nicely embroidered. It's embroidered the right way.
I'm guessing now. I'm about to change the photo. So
Go
I'm
on, then,
guessing-
who could
I'm
it
guessing
be?
ahead. Is it male, female?
No,
Who's
it's
it gonna
nose.
be? It's
only
Timothy.
Kim. Ladies and gentlemen, look at her.
She
And,
fits a cape,
She
eh?
does, doesn't she? I can see her as a... Hang on, I'm going to have a look. Let's have to go off this bit. I think 17th century wise woman, but she's Scottish.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I can imagine her going, "Oh no, laddie, you don't want to be taking that path," or something, and say, "Give us a bit of ever, and I'll give you a portion." And it's meant to bring you
So you're
luck, but
saying
it
a
just needs
witch,
your bad
really?
guts.
You're saying a witch?
No, I'm saying a wise woman from the 17th century. I've just realised the can of worms are bottom there. I can eat it for a mega. So move on.
Moving on.
That's
Thank
new
you.
then.
I should say thank you for your comment.
No, it's no bother, Kim. It's but no. Some of the guys on the site on the Heathlands footprints. That's on site. I'm doing the footprint again, isn't it? As I mentioned before, with Helen leaving. So if you know, just it's doing little bits and bobs, but some of them are doing their own little things that they want to do.
It's very nice.
It is,
A
aye.
load of cats and one dog.
It is, aye. Yeah. So well done, Kim, on that one.
Yeah, it's great.
I haven't got a clue.
No
I
idea.
know.
Go on then, Ellen, fill us in with
This
that.
is a piece of work that's been sent in by our very own Abby.
Oh, nice.
This
one.
is something that
I
she's
recognise the
been
tablecloth.
working
What?
on at home.
What's them swears then?
They're like little sticky mosaic
Do you know what
squares.
they remind me of? Can you? Maybe I don't know. I'm too old. You're too young. Tutti Fruities.
Of course, I remember Tutti
Aye,
Fruities.
little bag with a clown on. It used to be anyhow. I said the purple one's best.
Well, I used to get little squares like that as well in Bertie Bassett's, and the only ones that didn't have licorice in,
Aye, right. I know, you know.
Yeah.
Aye.
like coloured and
Anyway,
white.
I'm digressing from the beauty and majesty of the picture there, Jim. But yeah, well done, Abby.
Oh,
That's absolutely
what's this
great. Now then, as promised, we've returned. They've been funny about Holland and all that, hence the fish and chips last week. But they managed to get in, and it's the start.
A cornflakes cake as well.
No, it's a ginger cake or something.
Oh,
something
right.
ginger cake. I
It
can't
looks like
remember.
it's got something in it.
But yeah, it's like it's the Great British Rudolph again, and quality product there, Mark. And it's again what I'm
Does look
liking
good.
about this. They don't funny about it. They don't have a little bit, make a little thing. Boom! It's a slab. Do you know what I mean? And that looks absolutely
I reckon
fantastic.
they're the sort of people that share it out though.
I
It's not
of
just
course.
that slabs.
And I'm just looking at and see, I'm liking that top. It reminds me of like somebody.
Wally?
It's the year's 1902, and he's gone for a dip in the sea of Brighton. You know them old school like bathing
check.
costumes.
It's always Where's Wally.
Aye, oh, little hat on him be all right. That's a nice one.
That is ginger flapjack.
That's the boy. Aye.
Ah, right.
There you
Ginger
go.
Flapjack now.
No idea on this one.
Yes, I do.
I
This
do.
is the lovely. I'm starting to work this morning. Joanne Rudd.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Now look at that. Look at the detail. Cats on the shelves. It's an accident waiting to happen. We all know that.
You say this, but I went round to my brother's because you can do nowadays.
Aye.
In the other day, and he used to feed his cats in the hall.
Aye.
So now he goes in and he's put up big shelves and he feeds his cats on a top shelf on the wall.
Oh, right, okay.
And they're not small cats.
Aye.
The Maine Coons and the proper Maine Coons, the massive cats sitting on this shelf on the wall.
Yeah, but they've got a German Shepherd who is huge.
Oh
Like
no.
German Shepherd's so big he can literally beyond resting his chin
No,
on the work.
no.
They're living a a barn conversion with really low ceilings and then the biggest pets in the world.
No, I couldn't do that. I couldn't. I would get the fear. I couldn't relax. Anyway, never mind that. My phobias. Yeah, so that's an absolute cracking detail been aware by John. When I was speaking to her about it this
It
morning.
looks kind of Greek or...
Just doesn't it? It's just amazing. But obviously, again, as I mentioned before, you know, she's had stuff done on her eyes, and so she's able to do this. For so long, she hasn't been able to because she hasn't been able to see that good. So absolutely brilliant
now
work,
a
John.
million-dollar
Thank
woman.
you so much for that. Cool. Don't know what else we got now. Look at this. Who's this cool customer?
He's about to do a handstand. Look.
Do you know what it looks to me when I saw this? It's like he's like famous sort of thing, and he's been nabbed by the paparazzi.
It's a proper paparazzi,
Isn't it,
isn't it?
Aye.
Brilliant.
He's a bit Dominic Cummings from this distance, that with my gammy eyes, but now he's enjoying himself. I believe Hammond's Pond.
It is, yes.
Look at
Hammond's
that.
Pond, yeah.
He's got his flip flops on.
He was there the same day as my daughter was there with Mark.
All right, aye. Cool.
But they didn't see each other.
Aye. He's got his hands up in the air like he's, I don't know, maybe there's police involved, marksman or something, but he's enjoying himself there, Alan. Nice one, mate. Excellent. Now then, it's not dodgy. It's this was on the back of what Ellen was saying about her first day in 30 Days Wild of scrunchy toes in the grass and that. And that's Emma Davidson.
Emma Davidson has really committed to the 30 Days
Aye.
Wild thing.
Yes.
She is trying to do every single challenge.
Well done,
Yeah.
Oh, well
And
done,
more about that anon, as I say.
I've been known to take my shoes and socks off and funny about in the garden. Now then,
There's a man
there
surprised to
is
get
a
cake.
man with a Greco-Roman feature beside him. At first I didn't know what it was. But he's basically what he's done is made a slab.
It's like, oh my god, this cake is massive.
Slab of cake. He's surprised himself there. I think we've got an extreme close-up of the next one.
There is.
I'm not quite sure what it is.
A log.
It is. It's a log of scrum,
Chocolate
ladies and
log.
gentlemen. It
That
looks
looks
hefty,
delicious.
doesn't it?
It looks like it's going to have a gooey centre.
See, I like making a cake like in a loaf tin style because
Oh,
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
much easier to slice.
Isn't it? Of course it is.
Just-
Normally I will have to do angles and a bit bigger than
And then the
mine.
middle crumbles and falls to bits.
Right.
Yeah.
So
So
this
no,
last bit
Oh.
is a video.
it's a video. So do we play the video?
We can if you want.
So this is Mr. Ryan Halliwell, or Mr. Ryan Halliwell.
I'm very happy, right? Oliver?
Very happy, Halliwell. And he was witnessing the majesty of silaging, I think, was it? I'm not
Let's
sure.
find out.
Let's have a look.
Is it Bob?
Oh.
Oh, is that
Is
this?
it silent or is it been spread?
Oh, well.
You've got to be there to spread.
Oh, no, I wasn't very nice.
Oh, I'm silent. Yeah.
Well, obviously,
There you go.
as it was mentioned,
Oh, no, no.
The dirt will come back later.
the
trails.
race thing.
Yeah.
So that's right up his street, isn't it? He loves all like that.
Well, grassmen, it's just absolutely
Oh,
ideal for Ryan there.
Well, he's got the old carry on, and he's got all the
Bob.
Oh, he's got the
merch.
t-shirts
Hats,
and the
bags,
caps.
coats.
Yeah.
A lot.
No.
Here we go. So that was that Stroke
showcase.
Activity Showcase Extreme to the Max. This week featuring Funny About in Parks, Scran and the Great British Rudolph. So, legend, before
It
we
was a
go,
good starter from Anthony as well.
it was aye. So,
So Joanne comes up with next week.
I forgot to ask you. I'll have a bit crack about that in the shirt head. So we'll just do before we go to Heathlands Habitat Stroke Wildlife Extravaganza. Shall we have a quick little screen papage and see if there's out
Go for
there?
it.
Scream peeps.
Cheers.
So, yes, Anthony's been back. He has reminded us that on the 20th of June,
Yes.
it is Father's Day.
Is it? Oh, brilliant.
is.
That means I get a bottle of rum. It's traditional.
No, I've tried to sort something for Mark, but
Aye.
it's not come yet. So,
Aye. It's all right. Get my bottle of rum.
might be late. You got a surprise present last month anyway, just for the
Yeah.
pure crack of it.
And it was nice.
I did.
Yeah. Okay.
you
Well,
go.
yeah. Cheers for that, Anthony.
Thank you for the reminder. He
Still
says
more
he's
tell
been...
us what we're having for lunch, though.
No.
Aye. He's play. Do you know what? He'll
called
come
it.
in right at the end, won't he?
So he says
Present
he's been
long, yeah.
picking bluebells for his auntie.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that.
Yep.
Aye.
Heather says she'll give something to Helen later. I'll
Cool.
give it to Nick because I don't want to be able... She's going to Southampton, isn't she?
You what?
Heather's going away next week, is
Is
it?
she? I don't know.
Going
Maybe
away again to
Southampton.
Southampton to look after my cousin Sarah's dog while they're
Southampton.
away.
Southampton.
So, yes, don't worry
Well,
because
don't worry, man.
Helen will be popping
Aye.
by for visits
Of
and
course.
Nick will still be
aye,
here.
for instance, right, I've got a summit. It doesn't even arrive till the 20th of June. Do you know what I mean?
There you go.
There you
She'll
go.
get to when she gets it, and we've got access to her via Nick, if you know what I mean, so he can text
So
us back.
there
Don't
we
worry
are.
about it.
Right. Heather says, it took me a while to notice the daisy chain, Helen, but it looks good on you.
Does
Thank
look
you
good,
very much,
See, that's
Heather.
the seat. Subtle and understated. You know? Boom. Nice.
Right. Alan says, I'll let you know when I'm coming back to Heathlands. Please do. when you're ready.
We won't let you in otherwise.
Yeah, you need to get
You
your
can't just
support worker.
turn
You
up.
need to get Michael to ring up the office so we
Social
can
worker and all
discuss.
that.
And the social worker, yes.
It's not a fast process, so
It isn't.
it's maybe worth doing it just after your jab.
Yeah.
I know you have to wait a couple of weeks for it to kick in.
Yeah.
But it's maybe worth starting the process.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's not a question of, I've had my second jog, can I come back on Monday? No. It takes time. Funding,
take time.
transport, all that malarkey. So,
Yeah.
quicker you get the process started, the quicker you'll end up here.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Right. Heather's saying, I remember eating Tutti Fruttis. They were a bit like fruit pastels, but smaller.
The word,
Yes,
which
exactly.
kind of a Heather, if you will, a crunchy outer shell, and then the chewing. I just love them, man.
They were delicious.
Sometimes what I used to do is get all the purple ones out in the water, and then
mush
pop them in my mouth and wait, yeah, just till it heats up a bit, because then you get your proper chew going on. Rather, it was cold weather, and you got in, you just
Hard,
snapping them
weren't
The
out.
techniques of eating sweets.
I could write a book. Not you'd buy it, but I could write it.
Anthony says, Pippa says hello. That's the dog.
I'm the talking dog. Hello.
Oh, woof, woof, woof.
And he's saying, looking forward to getting back to Heaton so we can make cake here.
Right, still haven't told us what you had for dinner.
No, that was Anthony.
Oh, was it? Oh, it was that then.
That was
Alan,
Anthony. Did you say Anthony?
It was Anthony,
Oh,
yes.
there you go.
Oh,
I was right.
Sorry,
I made
I
an
missed it.
assumption.
Heather says today she was supposed to go to Go Ape, but it had to be cancelled,
To where?
unfortunately. Go
Go
Ape.
Ape. It's basically like
Aerial
rope
activity place
springs
in the
and
Lake
slides and
District.
things. It
Oh,
never,
Lines and
blooming
stuff.
ropes and that.
it never used to be called Go Ape, it was called
Great
something
fun.
else.
But yeah,
Yeah.
sorry
Oh.
your plans got cancelled, Heather.
Things happen, eh?
But I hope
You know.
you've enjoyed. All right, Heather says she's not going to Southampton herself. It's her mum that's going.
Right, okay. Well,
Sorry.
well played then.
But it was lovely to have you join us on the Gurgle Meet for lunch. So,
Ah, it's
you
up.
know,
Yeah.
Spot on.
ups and downs.
It's
We'll,
all
we'll
good.
look for the
Rain.
silver
There's
lining.
sessions every day that you can join as well.
There are.
So you won't miss
Don't worry
out.
about it, man.
And there ended the screen, people.
Okie dokie, ladies and gentlemen. So, it's a roller coaster ride. But you know what? We're not off that gig yet. No. So, as mentioned and teased, if you will, all throughout today's show, I think we've mentioned it in passing. We're doing 30 days as well.
have.
So, now we have the Heathlands Habitat stroke. What do you call it? Wildlife extravaganza. Helen, you can talk us through it.
I will.
I will
So
comment
this,
at will.
this has came about because of some of the equipment we've got.
Oh, that's right.
So
Aye.
it is.
Aye. Special cameras and that.
So during our Heaton's at Home and Heaton's Virtual
me.
Day service funding, we were able to purchase some extra
Aye.
cameras for around site, and I've got one right here to show you what they do.
Spot
And
on.
these are wildlife trail cameras. So they're special cameras, and they've got 3 sensors on the
Aye.
front. So 2 kind of point out to the sides and 1 points to the front. And those sensors detect movement through the infrared
Nice.
spectrum.
Nice.
The top up here, it looks like a screen, but what it actually is infrared LEDs. So what that does is
That's
that
beaming it out.
at night, it beams out infrared light, which means that the camera can see what's going on, but it doesn't disturb any animals.
Sneaky, like
Sneaky.
it.
And this bit right in the middle, that's the camera.
Aye.
And when we open it up, there's a screen inside, and you can set all your functions
Aye.
and your settings and things.
So,
But-
what's it record onto like
It just
SD
records
card.
onto an SD card.
Aye.
It's also got Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, so
Oh, what?
in the future we can link it up to computers.
Computers. We haven't
Oh,
got that far yet.
no.
But I
all
took
right,
one
sorry.
of those away with me last weekend to my mum
Aye.
and dad's
Aye.
to have a practice using them. And the very first night, we got
Spied that, you put it on Facebook, didn't you?
we got a roe deer. Well, it was first thing in the morning. The next morning, about
Aye.
10 to 6,
Early
something
doors,
like
aye.
that. Really early doors.
That's something I know.
But we've been setting them up at Heathlands,
We have,
and we've
yeah.
been doing some other activities around Heathlands. So we thought we'd show you
Let's
what
have
we've been
thinks.
up
It's
to.
a lot of trial and error. Heathlands is a big place, and the camera always
Yeah.
takes up like
Aye.
a couple of metres in front of it. So trial and error, we'll find somewhere.
Oh,
where
but it's one of these things, if you move it there, then it will come somewhere else. You know.
here we go.
Let's have a leaks, let's have a leaks. Here we go.
So
Just gonna
here
leak.
is some colouring in that
Oh,
I
mate.
believe either Robin or Maria did for 30 Days Wild.
Yeah.
So,
I'm liking
the
that.
first pictures we've got for you today is we've
Aye.
started doing some wildflower identification on site. So these are called red campions. And they're absolutely red campions, they're called. And they're about 2 foot high, absolutely beautiful. And they grow in big drifts and they're just a beautiful splash of colour down
I've
in the
got lots of
woodland.
wildflowers in my back.
So most of these photographs have come from around Purple Bubble or down past Purple Bubble into the woodland down there.
Oh, cool,
so that's red campion.
Sweet. Hello.
Now this is a very, very tiny little flower and you'll find it in amongst long grass towards the edge of paths and things, and it's called German speedwell.
Is it now?
German speedwell.
probably
It's a
only
very
seen
delicate,
millions
tiny
of
little
times,
flower.
yeah.
You will recognise it when you see it in the grass,
names,
but
innit?
you don't remember the names. And the last one, because we've taken lots, I've
three
identified.
flowers I can see there.
Yeah, so you've got your German speedwell in the background, you've got your red campion just poking through the foreground, but the white flowers are called greater stitchwort.
Oh.
Greater stitchwort.
Quite a lot of them warts, isn't there?
Yes,
You know what
so
I mean?
that's 3 of the wildflowers
In a water.
of 11 that we've identified on site
right, spot on
today.
that one.
And there might be more.
Oh, it's bound to be, man.
There's bound to
to
be,
be.
but I think 11.
you
Or
class-
just
that's all right.
just going for
Plus,
a quick walk.
snowdrops and daffodils.
You do
The wildflowers, well, we didn't plant them.
daffodils. Ish,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, I suppose.
Snowdrops definitely.
Aye.
Daffodils
Let's do with
maybe
those.
not so much.
Yeah. Cool.
So
Hello. Where am I?
this is
Spot the camera.
spot the camera.
I see
This
you've done that.
is in the woodland down
Right.
from Purple Bubble, and it's where we set up one of our infrared
Four
wildlife
snipers in that shot.
trail cameras yesterday. It was yesterday and the day before, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that's one of them in situ in the woodland, and I think if Mark moves on, it gives you a close up
Ah!
of what the camera looks
It does look
like.
very, it's sort of military, doesn't it?
Yeah, well,
Well,
it's camera.
Probably
isn't it?
It's because the camo and the plastic.
Aye, of that to be, aye.
Yes,
of course,
they do.
aye.
No good having it like
Bright
luminous
red,
orange or
with
red.
sort of flashing lights on it. It goes,
See, I was saying to Alan before, I love the background of the wood there, the distressed grey.
Yeah,
It's beautiful.
that is nice, really nice. Awesome.
And this is, you can just see.
Targeting.
Yeah, so this is looking from behind the camera, pointing out to where we were trying to take photographs.
Is that the tree by the log cabin?
That is the damson
Aye.
tree by the log cabin. So what we should say is we're going to be moving these cameras around every night. They're not always going to be in the same location. And they camouflage beautifully. It's really good.
That's right.
So yeah, so we should have a few examples of things that we've
Look at that
managed
fella
to
there.
capture.
We'll see then. Go.
So this is a chaffinch. It's a male chaffinch. And this is actually a still that we took from a video.
Brilliant.
Because they're so quick.
Oh, that's what I mean. This should have come across the camera.
Yeah.
Got her.
It's
It's lovely.
But
How
how
shutter
impressive?
speeds? That must be fairly high, yeah.
I think
Oh, well,
you
if it's
can.
still it's 24 a second, isn't it, for video, isn't it? So,
That's at 1080p.
nice,
Yeah,
Nice, right.
Yeah, it's 30 odd.
30. Yeah. But the actual shutter speed for photos that the camera takes is between 1/15th and 1/30th of a second.
Oh, right, so I thought it'd be a
But they have to be that long because if you think at night, you wouldn't be able to get the
That's
exposure.
a lovely
Yeah.
shot, that, isn't it?
So yeah, we were quite pleased with
Here we
that.
go. This is my favourite. It looks right. It's a was it blackbird?
It is a
looks
blackbird.
fake, doesn't it?
It's a male blackbird.
It's like
Yes.
a puppet.
It is a cartoon
I
bird.
just imagine it to be on a stick. You know what I mean? And be doing
See,
it for the bird.
there was a little video, but the birds were too fast on it.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think this one and the chaffinch were kind of doing a kind of play fight. Kind
Aye.
Yeah.
Get off my hands.
Yeah.
Nice,
So
lovely.
yep.
He looks like the aggressor.
He does, doesn't he? He's not taking anything, is he?
And
What's that fella there?
Here we've got a female pheasant wandering about outside the front of the log
Easy
cabin.
as you like, yeah.
So
And
pheasants.
obviously these are when people are off site.
Yes.
you know.
So these have all been taken while
I think
we've
these were the
gone
first
home.
thing in the morning, like 6 o'clock or something.
Yeah.
Aye.
When
So the thing about pheasants is pheasants in the UK are predominantly farmed for shoots.
Aye,
they're
that's
they're
right,
bred
aye.
and released. And they're usually kept in woodland or moorland for where people go hunting for them.
Aye.
But once the pheasant season's finished,
Aye.
what's left just goes
Breeds.
wild and they wander away.
there's a couple live in the field just opposite
Yeah.
the office.
I've seen them.
It seems to be there all
So
the time.
that's a female pheasant.
Brilliant, man.
Now spot the animal.
Oh, it's the grey streak.
So there's the grey
It's
streak.
got a little bit of red in it, like a tiny little bit.
It's just
So
fit
yes,
in,
on
isn't
the
it?
right-hand side of the picture there, that is a grey squirrel. Now, for those of you who don't know, grey squirrels are not native to this country.
Came to America for the daft laugh, didn't they, in the early 1900s?
Yes, so they come from North America, so they're not a native species, and they're actually they kind of outcompete with our native red squirrels.
Aye.
And there are conservation groups all over the country that look after red squirrels. So what we're doing with this footage is that we're reporting it to the local red squirrel group so that
Squirrel police.
we can keep an eye on the population, because if they get too high, it means that the reds, if we do ever have any red squirrels, they can't survive because they just compete so much for food.
So there's lots of red squirrels, Centre Parks.
Loads of them.
Loads of them there.
So, yeah.
Right,
So I
it's
think
little fella
there's,
there.
there's a little bit of video footage
Oh,
here,
I Just a
followed by
little
some more
bit.
photos. So I'll click it out.
So there's a blackbird again.
So there, this is before these ones behind.
That's the same bird, is it?
But yeah, he's just having a bit of a
Just
bimble.
having here, just bimbling about, isn't it?
He's off.
Oh, well. Oh, right,
And
here
he's
we
the
are.
pheasant having a bit of a wander.
He's Comrade Pheasant. Easy as you like.
So yeah,
Oh, that was back again.
I've never actually seen a pheasant come on to Heathlands land, like into our grounds,
we
while
also
I've
do,
actually been at work.
Well, that's
So
it,
this
but
just proves what a difference it makes when
Aye.
people aren't moving about so
Sorry, aye.
much.
Oh, look at this. What's
So
this?
these.
Bloody hell.
And this is the surprise
Get
from
me
last
the fear.
night. So this has been taken
Wow.
at midnight last night,
Aye.
almost to the second.
Aye.
And this is a roe deer
Thought it was.
down in our woodland past Purple Bubble.
So I knew I've seen one of them with my own eyes physically
Yeah.
when we used to park at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like a sort of November or February. It's like crisp and bright. And just got out, about 8:30 in the morning, and I just turned, just something caught my eye, and he was just one of them, just staring right at us. Do you know what I mean? I was like, I didn't want to move to scare it. I wanted to say to shut that, bloody hell is it thing? And I was just sort of like looking at it, and then he just, without even me moving, just went.
Seeing deer up close is
Beautiful.
quite a
So
special
So the
thing.
way we set up the camera was it does 4 bursts of photograph and then videos.
Aye.
So we didn't actually get a video of this quick because it was that fast that we just got the
I
quick.
think just
So
that
we got a
done
couple of-
itself, Mark.
got
That's
This is just a
lovely.
couple of photos.
Ding,
Oh,
That
well.
just shows you the variety of wildlife that we
Brilliant.
have here at Heathlands.
Yeah, oh,
And yeah,
loving this.
opening up the camera cards this
aye.
morning and going,
You know what you're going to get, do you?
something's happened at night because it's a black and white image.
So does he tell you, like,
And this
I've
is only
been
fr-
triggered
this is only
5
from-
times or something, or?
Well, you just look at the file and it's all
Yeah.
listed
Oh,
like
right.
you'd have on a camera card.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, seeing that it had done something at night, it was like, what is it? What is it? What is it?
Oh, tonight could be out, eh?
So but this
Absolutely
is just
brilliant.
the first 2 nights we've actually used them. And
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
So we're going to be moving them around. There's some plans
yeah.
to go down to the wetlands at some point to see what we've
Be
got
careful,
moving
be
down
careful,
there.
We're getting down there. It's all we're on the way, isn't it?
yeah, but
Mike,
there's
Mike
another path
assures
that
me
goes
there's
on
an
the side
easy
here.
access
He knows people.
point.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
That's amazing, that.
yeah,
There we are. I'm back to the studio.
I'm back to the
Brilliant.
studio.
Okay. Oh, how good was that? How good was that?
So we should be able to have some every week.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
and the thing is as well, I know it's like 30 days wild, nah? We can do it for as long as we want, forever.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
So
mean?
it'd be
Because
nice
obviously the wildlife will change as the year
It'd be
goes
nice
on.
in the winter if we get a bit of snow and you put it out and see what comes in the snow.
Beautiful foxes and that and
Yeah.
stuff, do you know what I mean? I'm proper happy about that.
Oh,
It's really good.
absolutely made me
Yeah.
beam this morning. But that's why I've kept it as a surprise for
Aye,
everybody, because I was
yeah.
like, I
No,
could go
it's
around
beautiful.
and show everybody, but I was like, no, leave it. Wait.
That's great.
Wait.
That's really great. What I'm going to do is I think I'm just going to move on. Do shout outs, because I've only got a couple, because everybody thinks out enjoying the sun, so brilliant. And then we'll have a final screen peep and then Dave and Asher. So, the only people I was able to directly contact today, there's only a couple. So we had Glenn down there in Penrith Land.
Hello, Glenn.
He's been getting amongst, I sent him down, was it last week, some tracing paper on that. And he's been doing a collection of Marvel-themed drawings. He's
cool.
done Iron Man.
Charcoal ones like he normally does.
I think so, aye. Iron Man and the old Captain America. I was saying he hasn't watched, or he's hadn't had a chance to watch the old
Winter Soldier.
WandaVision and Winter Soldier. Loki starts this Wednesday coming. Can't wait for
Can't
that.
wait.
Ragnarok started this week as well.
Have you still?
Still haven't watched. I've got that to watch and I've got Sweet Tooth.
We've
to watch.
only got one episode of Ragnarok left, haven't we?
There's only 6 episodes in the season.
Oh, right,
But the
yeah.
last episode's an hour long. We went to put the last one on last night and was like, no, it's too late.
Anyway,
Go to bed.
So Glenn's fine, and excuse me, as mentioned earlier, I spoke to both Anthony and Joanne Rudd this morning, and they're doing fine. New said he was stuff that he's already mentioned, collecting bluebells, this and the other, baking cakes and whatnot. So we're going to have this week. It'll be the son of Joe in the Great
Will
British
be.
Woodall.
Yeah.
But after that, they're going on holiday again. So they're off to Dorset. They
So
go
we'll have pictures of donuts in that sense.
Exactly. What I said was, if you want
Chips
to
and
get
donuts.
you down Dorset where, you know, your Dorset and your Devon and your Cornwall cream teas.
Cream teas. But
So
do you know what
we can accept bought food
Aye.
if you're in it eating it like that.
That's fair, do is that?
Do you know
a
what
good
I'd prefer to see?
Walk on.
Seeing as though you're going on holiday, guys, I would like to see you out and about and enjoying being away on holiday.
Aye.
Bit like Alan going for a walk at Hammond's Pond.
Exactly.
Or you could try and do a bake-off in the caravan.
Oh, imagine that. Bake off live onto it. I'll do the merch. I'll cut you in. There you go. Money makers all the time. No, so it's been, but as it says there, when you're going away, no, it's a couple of weeks or a week on Sunday again, do some local sun. But also, why not whap in a bit of the local wildlife? Ooh.
Anywhere you
Different
visit.
flowers that maybe I've done there, different types of soil you see.
If you go to the beach, you can get little animals.
Exactly, aye. So
Jellyfish,
anyhow, have a
starfish.
great time with that. So that's the end of the share set. Do we have any final screen prepare?
We do, just a
Cheers.
couple.
Cool, that'll do for me.
Anthony's saying, how's your family? They're really great, thank you. It was such an absolute joy to be able to take Eva over to her grandparents for the first time in like 15,
I will be.
16 months.
Has he mentioned anything at all about what he had for lunch?
Nah,
He's
still
keeping
not.
hanging.
Nah, not happened.
He's not
We'll
gonna
never
tell us,
know.
So yes, thank you, Anthony. It was really wonderful.
Cool.
Alan is saying it was a ginger cake.
Ah, nice. See, you
There you
didn't
go.
ginger flapjack.
Do love gingerbreads.
Oh, the gingerbread. Oh, the one
Yeah.
that I
The long one.
nice. Looks alright.
The loaf cake, eh?
Aye.
Maria from, I presume, Green Bubble?
Aye. Which Maria?
Transferred. No, as in Maria.
Staff.
Staff.
Oh, she's
Saying
in. Aye, she's
fab
in.
wildlife photos.
Yeah, I thought she's actually in orange.
Oh, is she in orange?
Aye,
But there
she's
we go.
orange this afternoon.
Heather's asking, is that on a CTV camera? It's exciting to have a deer at Heathlands. No, Heather.
Just explain so we've shown you.
It's on one of these. They're called trail cameras. And you can get different versions, but they're all pretty much alike for likeness. They're about £80, £90,
Aye.
something like that. So they're not terribly expensive.
Doable, isn't it?
It's not like buying an SLR.
No, man.
But they're
Did they take a
special.
lot of batteries though?
I bet the last.
Did they do last?
The batteries last.
Rechargeable, like
No,
that.
you can't put rechargeables in
You
them.
think you'd have a... You'd like
Well,
have a-
rechargeables are only 1.2 volts generally.
Yeah.
Whereas bought batteries now are usually 1.5.
Oh, right, okay.
So-
So when you're talking about 8 batteries, that's
Of
quite
course,
a drop.
aye.
This camera number 1 has been running now 6 nights, nearly, and during the day sometimes as well, and the battery's still reading 100%.
That's all right. There you go, and then there's your money
Because
back on
the
it.
thing is, they're only triggered when they sense the
Movements, aye,
movement.
yeah.
Otherwise, they're passive. They're not active.
Aye.
It
So
might be different in winter with the cold.
it might,
Might
but
sap them a bit.
you can set the sensitivity. So if you've got it blowing a gale at
Aye.
night, you don't want it on a high
Oh, because
sensitivity.
the leaves are out till you set it off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, Anthony finally has said he's had a salad sandwich.
Salad
Oh,
sandwich,
there you go.
ladies and gentlemen.
Thank
You're
you,
heading
Anthony.
your
Thank
you.
Well, it's only took an hour. Cheers, my man. Thank you.
He's also asking if we want to go on holiday with him.
I'd love to.
I wish.
I'd love to, mate. I dare say I won't even get a day away this year, but I'll try.
But yeah, so Heather, they're not CCTV,
No.
they're special dedicated wildlife
for
cameras.
wildlife, yeah.
And as I said, we've got 3 of them, and we are just like, honestly, it's much of an enjoyment for us staff
is.
to
No,
be doing
aye.
this for you guys.
Well,
As
it is a very similar technology to closed circuit television.
It is,
Aye.
but with the special infrared sensors.
Aye.
So there you go. And
Trying
they're
to catch
ended.
birdies, not burglars.
But you can use them.
Birdies, not burglars.
You can
That's
use
the
them for the
motto of
same
story.
kind of thing. You can use them because they've
person
got Wi-Fi
living.
in that. You can put it on your front door and see who's at your front door, or you can put it in your
I got
garden
the
to see
door,
if
huh?
anyone's going in there at night time.
So there
you
we
could
go.
leave it and see what your pets are doing through the day.
Oh,
All
don't!
sorts of
I
stuff.
couldn't. Because imagine if they were doing stuff like playing chess. and then it erased. And
Put
nobody
it away
would believe
neatly at the end
you.
of the day.
So I'm just went doing my own rabbit hole here.
And Anthony's finally saying, I will tell you all about my weight next week.
Ah, that's
Leaving us
okay.
in suspense.
Great.
And
Okay.
there we are.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think you can agree it's been a roller coaster ride with lots of stuff in there, ladies and gentlemen, and all good quality stuff. Quality product, yet again. That's a Heathlands quality product. So, enjoy your week coming. We'll be updating you next week with more news, more art showcase, extreme to the max, and more Heathlands Habitat. So, Helen, thank you very much.
Spiff, thank you.
No bother at all. So for myself, Helen, and the lovely Mark there, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mark.
Until next week, adieu, 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 to you and you and you. Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.